Hello everyone, I'm coming on here to talk about the logical, traditional way of doing things here on Earth versus the more high vibrational way of doing things in the New Earth consciousness. And also, I'm going to be talking about how the logical mind plays a vital part in this awakening, and how we can shift out of being only in a logical state of being, especially as men here on Earth, and women too, and we can look at that and be like, oh, we need a shift into a different way of doing things into the heart, and it will make things a lot easier for us here on Earth, especially as a lot of star seeds, we do things a lot differently, on different planets and different bodies, different extraterrestrial bodies. So when we come here, we're like, we can just do things logically, right? Well, you can, but it might be a bumpy ride, be a bit of a bumpy ride. And the old way of doing things here on Earth, it was easier just to stick to the logical way of doing things, the traditional way, traditional career paths, and just shut off your heart chakra and just go forth and just do it. And that's okay, but we're not here to do that. This is spirituality. So we're looking how to get the most spiritual growth to live the happiest, most fulfilling life we can, and have almost an ease with it. Things shouldn't be hard all the time, bucking up against the current all the time. So the first thing that I was going to talk about with this is how men can shift out of this. And one of the main ways that we can shift out of this is getting grounded, going out in nature, finding different ways to connect with our heart, allowing us to feel emotions, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration. And then we can better understand these emotions once we feel them, and why we feel them. And once we understand these emotions better, we can process them much better. And once we process the emotions, we can become more balanced individuals, more balanced beings here on planet Earth. And that's really exciting, very, very exciting. Because once you get more in touch with the heart, more in touch with the feminine side of yourself, you can really expand and grow and become the best version of yourself. And this is what I've always liked doing here on Earth, and connecting with my heart chakra and feeling emotions here in general here on Earth is a very, very important thing, and we all need to realize that. And first off, one of the things that I would like to talk about, and this has caused a lot of anxiety in my life, is, you grow up in this logical world, in a logical family, and look at doing things a certain way. The society does things a certain way, and you think you have to do that a certain way, especially coming out of high school, for example, going out into the career field, saying, oh, I have to go to college, and I have to do this career to make this certain amount of money, and then I'm going to be locked in this certain career for the rest of my life, and then I have to be in this career I don't want to do, but I have to do it, because it goes on and on and on. And then it causes a lot of anxiety, and then that's what causes a lot of depression in people. And I wish I really knew this when I was coming out of high school. Didn't we all wish we knew that there was a different way to do things, and we could really expand upon, our heart, and, think of where we want to go. What direction do we want to go in our heart? What direction are we really passionate in? That is the thing that is most important. And once we find that, then in the end, we'll be much happier along that path. Therefore, we'll be able to stay on that path longer. It'll be more sustainable. We will create more abundance, and perhaps maybe even more money for ourselves to do that. And a lot of people in the spiritual community don't think it's good to be motivated by money. And I disagree, because money is energy and abundance. So I think it's very good to be motivated by money, as well as your heart and your passion. And if you have those two things, you can create a very amazing, good life with yourself, because money creates a lot of freedom for people, and that you're allowed to help other people with it. So, in the end, I think it's great to be motivated by money, and I also do believe along this path of spiritual awakening and a more high vibrational path where you connect and be more balanced with yourself, you can actually create as much money as you want. So that being the case, that's one of the reasons why I'm saying that hopefully that will help, attract more men onto this path, because a lot of men are, about money, and if they can, be more connected with the heart, maybe they can even create more money for themselves, which would be good. And there are a lot of things happening here on Earth that it's a pressure cooker for a lot of people. The energy here on Earth is making people not want to go back to work, not want to work for these, big corporations that don't pay enough and aren't paying enough people, and they don't want to work these jobs, these long hours of selling their life away for something they don't have no passion about, they don't like at all, and these things aren't working for them anymore. This is why these corporations can't even find enough workers. So the world is becoming a pressure cooker for a lot of people, and there's a reason for that, and there's a purpose for that. And this is very interesting to me, and to see what people are going to do. And people are going to have to shift directions. They're going to have to find ways of making money or doing things differently here on Earth, because the old way of things is not doing good for people anymore. It's not going to work anymore, especially with the vibrational frequencies changing here on Earth. The energy is getting so much more high vibrational. It's putting pressure on these people because they're living this low vibrational type of way of doing things or lifestyle, and this pressure is going to get them to change and move in a different direction. And I've definitely felt this pressure upon me as well, and I've really almost embraced it and just kind of just laying low for a little bit. But that's why I'm glad coming into spring here, the energy's picking up a little bit more, and I'm getting out of this hibernation mode or rest mode, and I'm going forth and doing things that I want to do. And that's really cool. And there's one last thing that I would like to say on this topic. If you are in a job that you don't enjoy or you are not happy about, there are ways that we can get out of these things, but you have to have a plan. You have to make action steps, and you have to want to get out of that, really want to get out of it. So making sure that you're still maybe working that job, but what are the ways that you can get out of it, and what are the action steps that are you taking? You might have to put in a lot of extra hours, a lot of extra time to get out of this, and you can ask your angels and your team to help you and to get out of this type of cycle of just going in and doing things that you don't like all the time. And eventually, in the end, you'll thank yourself for trying to get out of that and working your ass off to do something different. But anyways, I'm not saying that I know everything about this type of topic or about these type of career paths and how things are, but I would say that I've learned a few things here and there throughout my life. And thank you for listening, and have a great day.